Hey, let's play Simcopter again. I want to show off a couple different things. I always misspell CEO the first time, oddly enough. But Control-Alt-X opens up the cheat code menu. There's a ton of cheat codes for Simcopter. Some of them are really interesting, but this one, all I'm going to do is give myself access to all the helicopters, including the Apache, which I think I just unlocked. Yeah, you hit 3 in the catalog. So I am going to use this to immediately cause a problem in this city, which is setting the local nuclear power plant on fire. And then I'll just run around as usual for a little while. So the Apache's got infinite gun, which is bound to the same as the water cannon, and the missiles are bound to the tear gas canister. I'll just land right here. I'll probably actually get that speeder if I see him. Then let's get the rescue going. I really strongly considered running this in full screen 256 color mode, but that fixes the red pixels you see that are just everywhere and the weird like lighting problems, but it makes it a lot less convenient for me to limit the CPU because the CPU limiter I'm using just has a shitty interface. It doesn't remember what programs you want it to limit, so it just always, you need to say, hey, limit this process again. And I also don't have hotkeys set up for OBS yet because, I don't know, I'm an idiot. There's the boat. And then we'll immediately go to, oh no, the rooftop rescue is probably the nuclear power plant. That's a really difficult building to rescue people off of, especially when you don't want to put the fire out. And I don't want to because the exploding nuclear power plant effect is kind of cool. And then we'll play around a little bit in the results. Yeah, still one of my favorite games of all time. I will see if I can... Yeah, it's definitely here. Okay, that's probably one of the people who wants out. They're on the cooling towers. They're on the base of the cooling towers. Makes it a lot harder. But at least they're not right next to fire right now. Let's see if I can pull them out. Okay. Yeah, just run back. That's a good idea. See if I can get to this person. I think the answer is probably no. It looks like they're inside the geometry right now, which is just kind of a problem. I don't remember it being a thing when I used to play this when I was little, but so maybe it's partly just it running on modern hardware, but I don't know. I'm not going to be able to rescue that other person. They're not going to survive anyway. Almost no one will. That's not really true, but they're not going to, for goddamn sure. Okay, yeah, that's right by the water. I'll just go ahead and put it out myself instead of calling out fire. I keep on hearing speeders and stuff, and I kind of want to go chase them down, and then retracting the bucket there because this helicopter doesn't really have the power to fill up its water hold and maintain a good climb rate. I think I will make another video and show off the Defon, which is the best helicopter in the game by far. Some people like the Explorer. I don't know why I'm saying some people. Who else plays this anymore? There are a few videos of people playing Simcopter on YouTube, but I don't know. It is kind of a pain in the ass to run nowadays. And I keep on coming back to this. Not gonna save you. Transport! Let's go get them. I think I said before, the Dauphin is just, it has the same number of seats as the Huey. It's tied for being the fastest helicopter in the game. It goes up to 175 knots, I think. So I don't know why the airspeed gauge goes up to 250. It just doesn't ever matter, but... And I don't remember how it played out with, you know, the systems it was meant to be played on. I'm pretty close here. I think I'll land on this street and they can come to me, or on the curb. But it gets janky as hell with the CPU limited experience right now. You just completely outrun in the Dauphin the simulation's ability to load itself. I'm exaggerating a little bit. It works, but you start to notice a lot more jitter and loading problems. Where do I need to go? I'm just kind of assuming it's this way. Not that. Going the wrong way. It's kind of interesting that I can already go fast enough in the MD500. I'm not even going 150 knots. Some of it's me going a little too low, but it's enough to scare my passengers down here. I'm glad I'm capturing the mouse cursor, but I probably shouldn't leave it in the window. All the things that I do wrong. This is probably close enough. Might need to go to the west a little bit, but let's see if they'll... Yeah, alright. Not bad. If this is like the third or fourth level of the game, it does, I think, both per city and in the career per level, figure out what the appropriate amount of simultaneous missions and what types of missions to have. So like a riot is really rare in this level, whereas in the end game they're rioting all the time. There's some implication that the UFO that flies around is part of what causes that, but there are actually multiple UFOs too, which you can find out if you shoot them down with the Apache, which is also kind of fun. I forget what I was saying. Oh, I was wondering, kind of in a roundabout way, if it doesn't matter that I've caused this fire, if it might not be using up a job slot, as it were, and preventing other things from happening. I don't think that's the case, because if you ignore stuff, things can build up, and that's part of the point of the game, is to not get overwhelmed, to manage the resources you have at your disposal, combining your helicopter and the city's emergency resources to take care of the things that are going on. I don't know. A lot of the stuff at this level will end faster than other stuff really pops up, which I saw in an earlier attempt at this video where I forgot to limit the CPU on Simcopter and it eventually crashed, but as I was setting things up, one of the transports kind of came and went. Whoops. Back into this slot, and then... Alright. One of the very few helicopter lessons I ever took myself, I was told explicitly that backing up isn't a good idea because you can't see where you're going. Made sense. It probably also didn't help that, you know, I could barely fly the goddamn thing. I'm a pretty good fixed-wing pilot. I actually think I have more than 300, nice. 300 fixed-wing hours now, and my own plane, but, rotary wing is different, especially when you're, you know, a couple feet off the ground trying to hover, which is basically the introductory stuff you do with helicopters to try to get control going. I think, let me see here. I think that helicopter is number 4. I'm just going to replace it so I can continue doing missions. which is mostly going to be medevac. Oh, Huey. Well, I'll just take it. I think this is going to be a little bit slower max speed. Oh, I need to, need to grab some of these, upgrades again. I forgot. I should probably just go back to the hangar and do that. I do not think that there is anyone here to rescue. I really don't. Let's see if I can get a doctor or two and start, That's a UFO sound. I need to learn not to lean forward out of the, out of the camera's field of view, but meh. That looked like a tail strike. It's kind of neat how they sort of seem to choose what survives and what doesn't. I mean, it's random, aside from emergency buildings can't be destroyed, no matter what you do. I wonder if it's useful for me to... I don't see anybody else. I think that guy's dead. Yeah, alright. I'll go back into the helicopter. I'll head to the hospital to the east, and actually we can hit the other medical emergency that's along the way. When I did this in a there's a cheat code. I think it's radioactivity that does this. When I did this in a user city scenario, the number of spawn jobs was enormous. So this is a little bit less dramatic by dint of the level of career that I'm on right now, but I wonder if I can actually win at this point. I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to get transport requests and stuff, run VIPs around. I only lost like 500 points. Oh, a traffic jam. I watched Turbo Kid last night, and it kind of reminds me of Turbo Kid, too. Good movie. No megaphone. A cop can, Oh. Whoops. I hit F1 instead of F5. I brought up the help window. Cops can unstop traffic. I thought I had seen that before. Doesn't seem to be happening right now. Well, something just exploded. So that's good, right? I'm gonna go get that megaphone. I should probably also go ahead and cancel the cop. One of the other things I'm not sure about, roads can get destroyed in the nuclear disaster. I don't see a lot of destroyed roads this time. They can also be like blocked by debris. But I'm not sure if you can end up with unroutable places, because that could complicate some parts of the game. Particularly, there's only a couple... There's like a right way and a wrong way to stop police chases when there are criminals in vehicles. And the right way is to direct a police car to intercept them using the F5 mode that I was just in, where the police marker follows around your spotlight, and that eventually causes the police car to force the criminal to pull over. The wrong way is to land on top of... Oh, hey, they... It must have been the cop car that ended it, but... Okay, whatever. The wrong way is to land on top of them, and that breaks the car, and then the sim gets out, and you kill the sim. Or get a cop to go stop them, but if you're already at the point where you're landing on top of them, why are you going to do that? You land on top of the car, and then you land on top of the sim, if you got the room. Or if you have the Apache, shoot them. And you got like $300, I think, for doing that. That cow looked like it had bandages on, which amuses me. So let's see if we can... Oh no, that's its udder? Yeah, I think that's what's going on there. Has a yellow udder and nose. And tail. I hit a treat. Guess I didn't put in binds for the, or joystick binds for the harness. I'll actually bring this person back to civilization. Whatever that looks like right now. There's buildings there. That's probably a good sign. Oh yeah. Can rebuild from there. Drag them through some power lines. Might go ahead and check the rooftop rescue again. I really don't think there's going to be anything worth doing there, but maybe the debris cleared out. Passing UFO. I wonder if it's the water cannon attachment, which also has the same model as the, I'll chase the UFO for a little bit. Nah, I can't see it already. And they can do unpredictable maneuvers. Like an XCOM. Chase number one. It's the, no, it's not that. Oh yeah, over here. No, yeah, there's no way that that I'm helping anybody here. I'm pretty sure. Oh. Trains are still running. Okay, let's see here. Where are the hurt people? I feel like this is one of those situations where Someone watching the video probably saw that. It was like, over there, over there. Why don't you see the person that you're supposed to be helping? Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, plane crash. I wonder if it'll cause... Oh yeah, it's gonna hit something. Okay, so fire truck's not gonna be able to get close enough to put that out. So let's see here. Get this medevac sorted and then put it out myself. I actually have a water cannon this time. I'll Bambi bucket it. That was a little too fast. Okay. That's really not a terrible place for a plane crash. If it hits a building or something, it can cause problems. And plane crash usually, maybe always, happens inside of you. So they'll be flying by and then radio, help them going down, and you usually get to see them crash. They can crash into buildings, they can catch things on fire. It's a pretty good system for a game. Hey kitty. Medevac 18. Fire over here from some debris. Let out the rest over here. This is going to be right next to the hospital. I guess I don't really have anything else to do. I also don't see the injured person. Oh, lying in the road. Nope. Okay, on the curb. They would probably get faster help if I just sent in the ambulance, but whatever. I do feel like they got the Huey sound pretty good for the level of simulation that this is. Which is, oh, come on. Alright, so I'm, a third of the way done, despite the nuclear disaster I caused. And despite the continual protests of the rooftop rescue. I just did air quotes and you couldn't even see it. Glad I looked. There's more burning debris over here, which I'm kind of surprised isn't causing spreading fire. Or no, that's from... Is that like a destroyed state of a factory? No, it's not even a destroyed state. I'm not getting dispatcher voice anymore. This is too bad. It's probably like a DirectX backward compatibility bug or something. Who knows? Makes me a little sad that I'm too lazy to try to put some kind of wrapper between the operating system and the game. Other than available freeware CPU limiting programs and stuff. Because I think all these problems are solvable. Like, you shouldn't need to reinvent Simcopter to play it in a less, I'm not going to say bug-free, but play it as it was when it came out. That would be nice. This is pretty close, but not that great. Starting to feel some of the jagginess even in this helicopter. Some of that might be something else. I've speculated before that the UFO can cause problems, but I don't see it doing what I have suspected before was the cause of problems. The fire station is just so close that I figured I'd give them a chance. Half fill the Bambi bucket. This has more than enough power compared to the MD500, but let's see here. I think they're going to get the fire out before I do. Yep. Good job. You win. I'm going to spray water at you. You have more water than I do. I wonder if there's something else that's spraying water out right now. Sure seems that way. I don't think I can send it back because the fire marker is not there. Okay, cool.
Reporting for duty.
I do like that the even when you're picking up transports, people will just hop into the helicopter if you're close enough. Like you don't have to land, you don't have to. Even if the scale makes it look completely ridiculous, you can usually just, you know, wah. Especially for medevacs, you just kind of cruise over the hospital and guy immediately yanks the corpse out of the, Okay, that guy's over there. Corpse out of the seat. I'll finish my sentence. That cop had the wrong icon. I just now noticed that. Okay, it's you.
An official emergency frequency in this and many other cities. Hey, Bill, that's your third bottle of water.
I guess it's just not wet enough. I'm still thirsty.
Oh no, not this shit again.
It's from the bottom of the ocean.
That's really good.
That's because
I'm gonna get the Apache and try to fix that, because sometimes I can. Oh, City Hall. Also, I'm running out of gas. Just now noticed that because the gas light came on. I'm gonna change the radio channel. Which one's the rock one? That's pretty good.
Bob's dollar changing service converts flimsy paper currency into long-lasting quarters. Try our 2-for-1 special. Send in $10 and get 18 quarters plus some nickels and dimes. That's Bob's.
The humor in this definitely had an effect on me. Thank you, Maxis, for being fucking goofballs. And making me a better / worse person. Yeah, this is definitely the channel I wanted. Alright. Oh, I might, if I get going fast enough in the Apache, that UFO is due east, I might be able to demo shooting one down. I'm not gonna go out of my way. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see it. This is another 175 knot helicopter. There's 3 of them. I think the Dauphin, the Explorer, and the Apache. And the Augusta is like a 160 or something. So it's not so much slower that it makes a difference, but it's also only 7-seat. I think the Explorer is 9. Alright, let's go into cockpit view so I have a chance of doing this right. And then... by chance, I mean... got him. Probably. Yep. UFO shoot down. See, it's got a shield! How cool is that? I also just damaged my helicopter. I think it's 10 missiles? Yeah! This is a pretty good way to end the video, honestly. I will dispatch an ambulance to that medevac, just cause. You can also shoot down planes with this. I probably should have watched. I think he ended up in the water, but on this map, the west side is very ambulance deprived. So, did I just get the ambulance dispatch off? I can't really tell. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Another thing, I'm pretty sure the. No, never mind. I've hurt the band players before. I was gonna say that they're invincible, but they're not. I've hurt them with tear gas. Ah! Shitty landings are us. I think you have to go inside to make it transition levels. Anyway, that was pretty much everything I ever wanted to show in Simcopter, aside from the Dauphin. So, thanks for watching. All maybe 10 of you? Bye.